Hey there folks, happy Friday and welcome to the inaugural live Super Soul strategy sessions. So this is my first time going live with this idea of having these Super Soul sessions, and the goal of these sessions is this. If you've been in my world for any length of time, you know that I work with entrepreneurs to support them in realizing their greatest, biggest entrepreneurial goals and dreams. And that many of the entrepreneurs that I work with have very big visions for their business, sometimes so big that it can be like, whoa, I don't even know how to achieve this. And that is because the vision is born from their not born from their conscious mind. It's born from a deeper, more powerful, infinite place inside of them, their soul. And I felt that by doing these live Super Soul sessions, it's an opportunity to support you in connecting with your soul, in giving you the strategies, tips, and tools to do that. So love the fact that you're joining us here live. If you're joining us live, I'd love to know where you're joining us from, and welcome, welcome, welcome. If you have any particular questions or whatever it is that you'd like to have answers to, then simply drop them in the DMs, in the comments here, or before any Super Soul session. They're going to be Mondays and Fridays, so beginning of the week, end of the week. Feel free to reach out to me. I love hearing from you. So, as I said, the purpose and goal of these sessions is to support you in connecting with that bigger part of you, in connecting with your higher self, your intuition, your soul. And I don't have to tell you, so many entrepreneurs, really successful entrepreneurs, have had incredible, massive, big ideas that weren't born from their conscious mind. They weren't conjured around, a boardroom table of Harvard MBA graduates. They were actually downloaded. They came to them, in their dreams. That's one really powerful way in which our intuition, our soul, super conscious, higher conscious, collective unconscious, however you want to name it, communicates with us. And I'll give you an example of Larry Page, the founder of Google. The idea came to him in a dream. And there's also Paul McCartney, his hit song Yesterday, multi-million-dollar hit, came to Paul McCartney in a dream. Elias Howe, the idea for the sewing machine, came to him in a dream. There are countless examples of the way in which entrepreneurs, visionaries, creatives have actually downloaded these ideas. And I don't have to tell you that if you, as an entrepreneur, as a visionary, if you have a big vision for your business, maybe you're doing all the things, maybe you're struggling right now to achieve that vision, I don't have to tell you that, connecting, being able to, if you're just relying on your conscious mind to achieve it, it's probably going to be an uphill battle for you. But when you can connect with your soul, with that part of you that can actually support you to achieve that higher vision, that's when you'll start to see the magic begin to unfold in your life as you take action. So again, the most important thing to remember is the importance of being able to receive those messages, to receive the guidance, on a regular basis, to be able to tune in, really easily. And that's why, and I will just say, that's why I created my claritynow workshop, because in just 3 hours, you have an opportunity to have that one-on-one conversation with your soul so that you can get clarity on your vision and direction for your business and your life, get clarity on the steps you need to take. Very importantly, though, also to start to understand, what are some of those blocks? What are some of the things that are getting in the way? What are the things that are actually floating around in your energy field that are actually repelling everything that you're working your ass off to achieve? So before I sort of dive in and start to answer some of your questions that were sent in prior to me going live, I just want to share something super exciting that's coming down the pipeline, because on the 2nd of April, I'm going to be running my claritynow masterclass live. This is your opportunity to work with me live and to do a little bit of workshopping with your soul, where you're going to learn a very powerful step-by-step process that you can use, that you can implement to actually allow you to communicate with your soul, to allow you to communicate with your ancestors, your spirit guides, and to start receiving, you know, more powerful insights on the steps you need to take to realize your big vision and dream. And very importantly, what are the blocks that are getting in the way? So you're going to get insights on the past life, ancestral, you know, things that are actually blocks that are actually currently in your energy field, and they're repelling the things you want. And if you're wondering, do I have any blocks? Have I got anything, stuff from past life, ancestral, that's blocking me? All you need to do is look around you, because if you don't yet have what you are working towards achieving and you're doing all of the things, then very likely, yes, you know, there are some things that are pushing it away, because your outer world is a direct reflection of your inner world. So it's very important to do that deep inner exploration and healing. So I would love for you to join me on the 2nd of April. If this is landing, if this is resonating, I highly encourage you to get on the wait list. You can click the link in my bio to do that. Get on the wait list for Clarity Now, so you'll be the first to know once the doors open. And when you're on that wait list, by the way, I'll also be sharing a couple of juicy little extra bonuses with you. So it is definitely worth you getting on that wait list. Okay, folks, so I just want to say thank you for being here live, and thank you if you're here catching us on the replay. Thank you for joining us. I'm just going to take a quick sip. As I said earlier, these sessions are going to happen every Monday, beginning of the week, and every Friday. So, you know, if you have a burning question or maybe a problem or whatever it is in your business, and you feel like you need a little bit of extra guidance, you need to kind of tune in to those higher realms, then wonderful to join these Super Soul sessions. You can hop on live, we can workshop the issue together, or, you know, I can share with you. Some people might feel a little nervous to do that. Send me a question and I can just speak to it in specific terms for you, and also share some strategies and tips to support you. So there is power in beginnings. And as I work in the spiritual realms, every time I go live, I will say I always light a candle. In all of my work, actually, I'll always light a candle, because in lighting a candle, we're inviting spirit in. And I call upon, in particular, my ancestors to be with me. And I have to find my granny, on my father's side, my granny, she was a school teacher, and my father in particular, they come in, and I extend that invitation to my wider ancestors, my Scottish heritage, because I'm an Armstrong from the Armstrong clan, and I'm a Wilson on my father's side, from the north of England, and you know, very much like the mining town community, Oral. My grandfather was a miner, and so I call in my ancestors to support me. So today, one of the questions that I frequently get is about the difference between our spirit and our soul. So I thought maybe just in this beginning inaugural live, I'd like to just touch upon that, you know, to just get a little bit of clarity there of the different roles of your spirit and soul, and how you work with them very differently, and how they have very specific roles in your life. And I often see people using these terms very much interchangeably, like they're one and the same thing. And I see them as very separate, very distinct entities. So your soul, I'm going to give you an example. I have here, I don't have the receiver because I've been using it, but you know the old-fashioned telephones, and you have the receiver that's dropped in here. So basically, I see the receiver is the thing that you talk into. This is your spirit. It's the movable part. Like when you're talking into that, you're moving around the house, you don't have to be next to the docking station. You can travel, you can move away from the docking station. And in the same way, your spirit is that movable part. It's within you, but it doesn't have to stay within you. It can travel, and it travels in the nighttime hours when you're sleeping. You astral travel. That will give you some insight into maybe some of those dreams you've had around flying dreams. That's you experiencing, astral travel in your dreams. Or even when you wake up with a sudden start, that's when spirit's had a bit of a crash landing, when it's coming back into your body. As I share this, I'm really inviting you to really embrace the wonder of the power of who you truly are. You have a spirit and you have a soul. So your spirit travels in the dream time, travels through those higher states and realms, and it can bring back information for you. Your soul, on the other hand, I see your soul, it's the docking station, like the old-fashioned phone. This is where all the log is done of all of the calls, right? Any call that comes in, it's recorded here and it's stored here. And I see your soul as the docking station. It's that part of you that's infinite, immortal and eternal, continues to travel with you from one lifetime to the next, to the next, to the next. And if you're sitting there thinking, I don't know if I can get around this idea that we have a soul. Well, there's been a number of studies done on past life regression, future life progression, the survival of the soul after death. And there's a number of medical doctors that have actually written several books on the survival of the soul after death. And one of those doctors is Brian Weiss, and he's a medical doctor, he's a psychiatrist, and he's a world-renowned leading expert in the field of past life regression. And Brian Weiss talks about the survival of the soul, that we do indeed live many, many lifetimes. And so as each lifetime, as our soul evolves, all of that information from the lifetimes is stored. It's locked away. The soul holds, keeps score of it all. And we can access it through the power of our subconscious mind. And this is the work that I love to do, is guided soul journeys, to allow you to drop deep beneath the surface of your conscious mind, to access and communicate with your soul, to know more about who you are, who you once were, and who you have the potential to become. And if you feel that you're meant for more, that's because that's your soul calling on you to step into your infinite potential. And I think as entrepreneurs, that feeling of being, you're meant for more, it's like you have this big vision, you have the ability to achieve that vision, but there might also be a part of you that kind of like, it's like, I don't know when, I don't know how, this is crazy, everybody thinks I'm crazy, or maybe you don't even share your dreams with others because you're worried about what they're going to think about you. And I just want to really encourage you to really lean into that vision, lean into your soul, learn, start to really get crystal clear on how you can communicate more effectively with your infinite self, more effectively with your soul. And again, 2nd of April, I'd love for you to join me live when I share with you a very powerful process in which you can do this in just 3 hours and get really clear on the vision for your business, the steps you need to take, and what's getting in the way. So you can click the link in the bio for that. So the soul, incredible. If you think we've lived so many lifetimes, and that information doesn't disappear when we die, it travels with us. one lifetime to the next, to the next, to the next. So you might be wondering, well, how do I get my hands on that information? Well, I mentioned first off, guided soul journey is a very powerful way to connect. Traveling through the dream time is another way in which you can connect with those higher states and realms. You can connect with your ancestors, your spirit guides. They can come in, they can talk to you, they can share messages with you. You can work very intentionally with your dreams. So I work with my dreams every night, and if I have a particular problem I want to solve, I'll ask the question in my dreams. You might as well be getting, instead of getting wild, crazy dreams that mean nothing to you because they have no context, those questions that you ask before you go to bed, that's the context, that's the environment for you to get the answers to those burning questions in your business. So again, in these Super Soul sessions, I'm going to be sharing with you tips to do that. So I would love to use these Super Soul sessions to answer any questions, burning questions you have. The question that I just asked now was something that constantly get asked about the difference between spirit and soul. I will next be going live on Monday at noon. So again, these sessions are Monday and Friday. So I thought Monday was great because it's the beginning of the week. And my goal here, we're going to be talking about the fastest ways to connect with your soul, to work with your soul and spirit, how to connect with your ancestors and guides, how to work with your dreams, how to work with the energy of the universe, how to manage your own frequency and energy, to raise your vibration, to attract to you the things that you want, and a whole lot more. So I'm going to wrap it here because I know you are super busy and you've got lots of things going on in your life. It's Friday, it's the end of the week. Just beaming a lot of positive vibes, wonderful energy your way, wishing you an awesome weekend. Please DM me or drop in the comments if you found this session helpful. Drop in the comments if there's any things you'd like me to cover in future sessions, or DM me. Okay, folks, signing off now. I love you. Beaming super awesome, wonderful vibes your way, and sending you all of the love. Mwah. Ciao for now.